Welcome everyone to the 82nd edition of Master Mike's Wrestling Paradise. I'm your host, Master Mike Ambrose, and let's get this show started. It's been a while. I've been busy with my, last week's my birthday. Almost 2 weeks ago was my birthday. I've been busy with work and stuff, so I'm all set to do a show. Here we go. Start off with Raw this past Monday night. I thought it was a really good show. Great matches all the way around, and they built to the feud with Cody and Brock. They did real well. Brock just shows up with his little cowboy hat on, and actually Trish Stratus with the same outfit, which I'll get to later. Saw that. They're going to be fighting at the Backlash pay-per-view in Puerto Rico. San Juan, Puerto Rico. And that's one of the top main matches, co-main events kind of. The other match is Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle versus the Bloodline in a six-man tag. And those matches, but a really good show. We had Sol Sikoa beat Rey Mysterio, great match. Bianca Belair beat Dakota Kai, great match. Seth Rollins beat Miz, great match. But the best, we had a few. Those were in the main event was Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Matt Riddle versus the Judgment Day, and great match, great main event. So everything was good to great. Sorry, we also had a segment with Trish Stratus calling out Becky Lynch, saying I started Women's Revolution, all that. So they're going to be, Trish and Becky is supposed to be feuding at SummerSlam. Apparently right now, I don't think they're going to do it at Backlash this soon. I don't know. We had just cut a promo this week, and we're probably going to have Becky Lynch come back where Trish was born. Trish is obviously the heel, Becky the babyface, so should be some great promos, and it'll be real good match. Pencil's a great match. We'll see how that goes. Also, we got NXT. Let's move on to NXT, WWE NXT. The build for Spring Breakin. Of course, the main event is actually going to be Carmelo Hayes versus Grace Royale for the NXT title, which is Carmelo Hayes is defending. Also had, we mentioned they were pretty good. We had, Wesley defeating Charlie Dempsey in a really good match. Great action there. I thought those guys were pretty good. See, Charlie Dempsey is son of William Regal. I forget his first name, but I think if I read it, I think I kind of know it because I read Regal's book and I should know this, but I should know his first name. I'll bring it up next time. But yeah, that's he's the son of William Regal. And good men, Russell's like him too, that technical British style. And Wesley's usually has a high flower, really good. So, but their styles match pretty well. We also had a tag team title match with Gallus retained against the Dyad and the Creed brothers. I think the Creed brothers. Well, we're going to connect with the draft coming up. We're going to get into that. Let's see what else we got here. The draft. Oh, we got the women's title match, which has Indy Hartwell defending against Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton. I think if Indy Hartwell, even though she just won the title, I think if she loses, she might get called up to the main roster as well. She's been in NXT for a while, and I think a little over 2 years. I think it's time for her to come up to the main roster. We also had Zoe Stark lose to Roxanne Perez. She's not one that could get moved up to the main roster. As far as the women go, they're probably the two ones that are most ready for it. Are Indy and Zoe. And Ivy Nile too with the Creed. She's been there a while too now. So I think those three could all get brought up to the main roster. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, that's that. Oh, we also have another match on the thing. It's called a trunk match with Tony D'Angelo and Stax Lorenzo against Pretty Deadly. And it was a pretty funny, pretty interesting match idea. And I think and it could go either way. Because I think both guys could be brought up. Pretty Deadly could be brought up. They're a really good tag team. They could be brought up. And Tony D'Angelo will be there for, although he had a setback with injury. He could stay longer, but I don't know. I think he could be on the main roster with his character and stuff. And his work's good. Stacks as well. It could be a tag team or solos, so we got that. Also, we got let's move. And Braun Breaker. I still think Braun Breaker's going to get called up to the main roster. Even though the guy thinks he's going to get called up. And speaking of which, segue this. We'll sprinkle this in the draft. And I think Braun Breaker's going to be feuding with fighting Andre Chase at Spring Breakin. But I think we'll get into the draft now. I think Braun Breaker's a guy that could get called up in the draft. I think Braun Breaker, the Creeds, Ivy Nile, Cameron Grimes has been off TV for a few months now. I think he should be called up. Maybe Indy Hartwell, Zoe Stark. I think some of them could be called up pretty soon. Maybe Grayson Waller. Who knows? Well, looks like Carmel Hayes is probably going to be staying down there for a few months. Maybe gets called up sometime in the summer after SummerSlam. And Tiffany Stratton, I think, could be the new NXT champion. The women's champion if she wins. I think she's going to win. I don't know if that means Roxanne's going to get called up or what, but I think Tiffany Stratton wins this one. I could see her hold the title for a while and then eventually get called up, like, say, in the summer. I think it should be like they're doing the draft, but I think they should do like let's draw some NXT talent now, and then in the summertime just bring up some more. Because like I said, did I bring it up the last time? Oh, I didn't bring it up. Last 2 weeks, we know WWE sold to Endeavor. Of course, they own UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship. Now they're going to own World Wrestling Entertainment, so we got that coming up. Obviously, everybody's still in play. Triple H is still in creative. Everything's still the same. It's just we have new ownership, so McMahon family's not going to be owning WWE anymore. Kind of, for something, if you think about all the years they owned it, after we sold Endeavor, so you have a merger with UFC. Pretty powerful stuff. Ari Emanuel, he's a bigwig over there. He helps preserve UFC, and they've been very profitable, and now WWE is very profitable, and obviously Endeavor has bought them. Should be interesting times coming up. Okay, what time is it? It's almost 7 o'clock. Well, back to let's talk about the playoffs. The NHL Playoffs last night. Bruins are down. The main thing is Bruins. No, the Bruins not tied. Bruins are tied. Series tied up 1-1 because the Bruins won the first game 3-1, then they lost the second one by a score of 6-3. It was a rough game. It wasn't their best game. They've had injuries. Well, Patrice Bergeron's been out the last few days, and I don't know if it was an illness or something, so he's been out. And they've been undefeated up until last night. Well, I don't know, but, eventually they're going to lose, I guess, to them. So maybe they got the loss out of the way. Hopefully the rest of the way the Bruins win. I still have them favored to go to the Stanley Cup Finals. And hopefully it's them in Vegas. The Vegas Golden Knights. In the NBA, we've got the Celtics ahead 2-0 in Atlanta. Oh, by the way, the Panthers, for the Bruins and Panthers tomorrow night in Sunrise, and Celtics and Hawks in Atlanta. So that's that. Oh, and so if that's all pretty much with those things, I predict Celtics go all the way. I don't know who they're going to play out there. Maybe Denver. I don't know. But yeah, so those are my predictions in those leagues. The NFL Draft coming up, but I'll talk about that sometime next week, because that's like another week away. Week from tonight, the NFL Draft starts. We always know it's going to be, we'll see what happens. Who the Patriots draft. They got the Maxwell the quarterback, but you never know, because always draft another one. We don't know yet what's going on with Jones, if, Bill likes him or not, and, it's always a situation with Bill Belichick going on. He's always thinking of something. Alright, that's all. I'll be talking with you later. I'll be back doing another show sometime during the weekend. I know I've been slow the last couple of weeks, but, I hope to get back in order. Been busy and stuff, so hopefully I'll do another show over the weekend. Great. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.